Well, this is definitely a video that I know y'all were probably not expecting, but I'm doing it anyway. This is the Pillar Chase 2 upgrades tier list. If you don't know, upgrades are getting removed. Next update, kinda. I don't know. Basically, in the Survivor update, they're getting removed and replaced with better versions. Now, as the time I'm recording this, the update is not out, but by the time this video uploads, the update could be out. Keyword could. But I decided to rank all of these since all of these abilities are getting removed and replaced. So, yeah. By the way, this is just a tier list, so it means it's just my opinion. If you disagree, that's fine. Anyways, we have 5 tiers. Peak upgrades, the best of the best. Pretty neat upgrades. Upgrades that I like. They're meh for me. Upgrades that I find pointless but I don't hate them. Not a fan of the upgrade. Upgrades that I don't really like. And lastly, the I'm so glad it's being removed tier. Upgrades that I hate with my life. So, let's get the tier list going. Now first off we have Runner. I'm gonna be honest, I don't really use Runner that much, because all it just does is give you 10 extra health and 10 extra stamina. And while that may sound good, it's not really that good in the aspect of gameplay. So out of all the abilities, like, I wouldn't say this is the most pointless to get, but you're better off getting a different ability. So for now, I'm putting Runner into the meh tier. Clarity. I know a lot of people love the Clarity upgrade because they can see further on the map. For example, dark foggy maps or bright foggy maps, like the Pillar Drainage system, or like Joy of Creation. You can see further in those maps with this upgrade. But here's the thing with me, I mainly just don't use this upgrade, even if it gives me more vision. So I'm just going to put it in pretty neat because it's a really good upgrade, don't get me wrong. And it's kind of fair as well. But at the same time, like, I don't really use it that much, but if you do use it, I understand why you do. Next is Danger Vision. I'm just gonna say it, Danger Vision is probably one of my favourites. If you don't know what Danger Vision does, it lets you see the monster when they get a kill. So for example, say you're on the other side of the map, and the monster's getting close to you, and they kill someone next to you. You will see the monster's location for a limited time, so you'll know where to go to get away from them. Or they could be on the opposite side of the map and they get a kill and you know to stay where you are. And plus it's sort of fair as well because even as the monster you have abilities that can track survivors as well. So it's a pretty good upgrade overall. And I'm going to put it in the peak upgrades tier. Would you look at what the cat dragged in? Yeah, I think everyone in the community shares a single spot for this upgrade. Get in here. First off, you have low health, so it's pointless to use because you're one shot. But even then, at the same time, for some monsters, it doesn't even matter because you go super fast. And you also have less stamina, but yeah, you go super fast when running. And God, let me tell you, that is annoying for most monsters. When I was diamonding Baldy, I came across someone who used Flimsy, and I was not able to catch up to them at all. Which is crazy, because with Baldy you can chase people until they run out of stamina. Whereas with Flimsy, you can't catch up to anyone, no matter what you do. And God forbid you come across someone who pairs Flimsy with Runner. Let me tell you, that is a bad time. So yeah, I'm glad Flimsy is getting removed, and I'm pretty sure everyone else is. Next up we have Prepared. Prepared highlights all of the items that spawn on the map for 15 seconds. Honestly, I don't really use it that much, but I'll put it in the bottom of neat. It can be really helpful to see where items are, such as medkits, doomfists, or even flashbangs, if they spawn on the map. However, I wouldn't use it just to get flashlights or glow sticks, because I don't like using those items, because I don't like having the monster see my light. But overall, it's a pretty decent upgrade overall. Next we are on to Sixth Sense. This increases your heartbeat sound range. Let me tell you, at first I had no idea what the hell this does, until I found out that it basically just increases your heartbeat the closer the monster is. I don't know anyone who's gonna use this, so I'm just gonna put not a fan of it. Like, I don't hate it, it's just who's really gonna realistically use it? From one useless upgrade to another, because now we have Sneaky, which basically hides all of your footprints. Yeah, I'm gonna put you in this tier as well. If you're using the levitation emote, your footsteps are not going to be heard anywhere. Also, the killer's not even going to be focusing on your footsteps most of the time, so it's pretty much pointless overall. Hey, do you want to know something funny? When I was making this tier list, I realized 3 upgrades were missing. One of them isn't even in the game right now though, but the other 2 were missing for some reason, so I had to manually add them myself. Anyways, apart from that, let's finish off these last 4 upgrades. First we have Tanky. Tanky is pretty meh. Don't get me wrong, 200 health, 130 stamina, sounds amazing. Why wouldn't anyone use this? But what's the catch? Well, you run a lot slower to the point where you can't outrun any monster. It's basically just free XP for the monster at this point. So, Tanky isn't really that good. Next we have Limitless. Limitless only gives the player 35 stamina, but also stops them from being winded. And let me just say this. Just learn how to save your stamina. You could have no upgrades, and if you saved your stamina perfectly, like saved like 10 of it, you saved 10 stamina, and you waste 90. You're going a lot further than you are, and you'll be fine. Whereas with this, you're always just going to have to keep running and stopping and running just to regain stamina. And it's a good thing you don't get winded, but at the same time, there's no point. For Limitless, I'm going to have to put you in... I'm glad you're being removed. Not because you're awful like this thing, in fact I'll put this thing at the bottom. It's just, you have no use whatsoever. I would put Sneaky down there as well, but at the same time though, it has some sort of use at least. Next is Greedy. Greedy increases the max amount of coins you can have in a match by 30. So you'll be able to get 90 coins. But, in fact, your health is reduced down to 40. And it's not worth the risk at all. Like, it's not worth it. Just play other rounds, survive, and you'll definitely get more XP. So I'm gonna have to put you at the top of I'm glad it's being removed. Not because you're bad like this creature, just because you also don't really have a good use. And there's no point to use you. And lastly, we have Evade. Now, Evade is being reworked into the slide coming next update. But honestly, I really like this upgrade. Don't get me wrong, it was pretty busted. But next update, when the slide comes out, it's actually going to be way more balanced, and overall the upgrade is really fun to use back when it was in game, because this upgrade was removed. Anyways, that is the upgrades tier list. I have not checked the length of this video, but I'm willing to bet it's short. So yeah, consider this video as a final farewell to all of these upgrades, except you. But yeah, overall, what do you think of the tier list? Anyways, that's going to be it for today, so thanks for watching and peace!